Hello everyone, welcome once again this afternoon on The Chef here on NBS. I want to appreciate you so very much for being a part of the show every Sunday and every time. Thank you so much. Of course, Chef Henry Wanyama here from the Cooking School Uganda. And as usual, I'm here to show you different styles and techniques of cooking and working with things in your kitchen that don't have to hassle. Remember, you don't have to be a professional for you to be actually professional. All you have to do is watch The Chef. And all this will make you what you want to be. In case you missed an episode, check us out on YouTube, The Chef, and you'll get everything that you have missed. So today, I want us to do something with eggs. Before we worked with potatoes, we've worked with vegetables and different things. Many times we have eggs in the house and all we know how to work with them is either boiled eggs or, and please mark me in quotes, fried eggs. Yet we actually get it wrong because of the name of fried eggs. But today I'm going to show you something very interesting. Now, in our local dialect, what we mean by a fried egg, because we say amajia masike, almost in all the languages around, we call it amajia masike. And we directly translate it as fried eggs. But actually today I'm going to show you the actual and the meaning behind a fried egg and how it is done. So next time you go to a restaurant, you don't have to be disappointed. Now here I have a pan. It's on fire already. I have my pan on fire here. I have another pan here with boiling water. So literally all you need is your eggs, oil, and some salt. If you wanted, you can use butter or margarine. Choice is yours. But for me, I'm going to use simple vegetable oil. So I'll do a touch of oil. So make sure that the pan is well greased. All you need is just your egg. It could be yellow yolk, it could be the ordinary one. The choice is yours now. Some people would crack the egg on the edge and pour it onto the pan directly, which is also fine, but sometimes you don't want the cracks to, get into the egg. But also, if the egg is bad, then what happens? So to avoid that, what you do is crack your egg separately in a different bowl, just gently. And make sure you keep your yolk intact. You don't want to crack your yolk because you want that beautiful color to stand out, but also the moon to stand out. So literally, that is what you want to have. So you crack it on the side. If it's a bad egg, you can get rid of it and then get another one. Or if it's a good egg, then we're good to go. So our pan. And then take your egg, gently and comfortably now, this is ideally the fried egg in its essence. Now, because the yolk is seated, you want to help the yolk also to cook, but also just to set. Now, it comes back to you whether you want it running or you want it fully set. So what you do is you keep basting the yolk with the hot oil just to help the yolk to set up, or rather to set. You see that? This is the fried egg. So if you go and you want amajia masike, don't say I want a fried egg, because this is literally what they're going to give to you. Now, as you pour the oil, because the oil is hot, when you pour it onto the yolk, it helps the yolk to really set and be firm. Now, some people like their egg running. Some people want it firm. Choice is yours. It comes back to personal preference. And then also sometimes they'll ask you in a restaurant, how do you like it? Do you want the sunny side up or the other way around? Most people, and the best way of presenting it is having the sunny side up, meaning the yolk should be facing up. Now, if you tap it gently, you see, with the spoon that you're using, you'll notice that it's still a little bit wobbly. So it is not set, it's not firm as you would like it. Personally, I would like mine running. Many people may not be very comfortable with a running yolk. I would love mine running, but I'll make it set. So I will continue basting. Ooh. Did you see that? Now that shows you the yolk is set. Now, when you see it starting to golden on the side, then you know that your egg is actually ready. So I'll put my spoon here. So ideally, this is, in simple terms, the fried egg that you would ask for. Now, depending on how you want to serve it, you can serve it this way. If you want it, you can just have a touch of just salt to make sure it is seasoned. But also, if you have a kitchen towel, because of the oil that we've been pouring on top, you can get a kitchen towel and you pat it dry to make sure it doesn't have oil running over and everything. And also, you can decide to trim it in case it has just for easy presentation and a beautiful work set. You can cut off this crispy crust a bit. So literally, that is your fried egg, sunny side up. Sometimes in a restaurant, they'll get like a cookie cutter, put it just to get a beautiful round shape. They put a cutter around it, then the cutter rather on the pan, then they pour the egg so it maintains and keeps that beautiful shape of that is round. But otherwise, in simple terms, you have yourself a fried egg. Now, I'm going to show you something different. Now, I'm going to give you this version, but just like in a boiled form or without oil. My water here has been running, so I'll just turn it off, put this pan here, put this, increase my temperature so the water is boiling. Now, what we're going to do this time is a poached egg, but as I'm doing a poached egg, I want to just sample my coffee. Remember, everything you're seeing here is powered by the Cooking School Uganda, NBS, all our sponsors, making sure that you share and we share what we have and what you have and we are. If you're on Facebook, you need to like the chef, Henry, share on the page, share it with your friends. You can like the page, you can comment. If there are any ideas you want to share with us or anything you want me to bring out for you, feel free to contact me. If you missed any of the episodes, you can check out on YouTube, the chef, Henry, and you can find all these episodes. So my water is boiling here. Now, to my water, I'm going to add just a touch of vinegar, like a tablespoon of vinegar. And then it is the water that I'm going to salt, because I am going to do like a fried egg, but in a boiled form, which is, in this case is called a poached egg. So I'm going to salt the water. Just a little bit, you don't want to over salt it. So our water is salted. For this style, you can even do 2, you can even do 3 at a go. So what I'm going to do, again, remember, crack your egg on the side. Be gentle, not to break the yolk. Now, while the water is boiling, you want to just reduce the temperature. Get your egg and gently pour it. So as you can see, it's creating crowds around. The yolk is going to set. Again, how the yolk is set or running is entirely upon you. It's personal preference, how you want your yolk to be. I'm going to try and put a second one. I'm going to pour this on the side. So here what we are doing is called poaching the egg. In other words, we are boiling the egg like the usual style of putting in the water the entire egg with its shell and you boil it, but this time we are poaching it. This style takes a shorter time compared to boiling the entire egg. So ideally what we are doing is we are boiling the egg outside of its shell. This style takes a shorter time compared to the entire egg immersed in water because it's going to take time for the heat or the temperature to penetrate through the shell and then cook the inside. So this will take a little longer time compared to this, but also this gives you a beautiful presentation, slightly different from the usual. Now I'll turn off the temperature, rather turn off the fire because my egg is ready. And how do you know it is ready? If you see the yolk is set, it is now starting to lift off the water to kind of suspend in the space, then you know that your poach is ready. Now, this is why you need a perforated spoon, because if you're going to use any other normal spoon, it's going to keep sliding off. So you need something perforated that you can scoop it out, all the water drains out. So this time you need a perforated spoon that can help you when you're picking your egg, all the water drains out and you maintain your egg. So I will set that. Pick my other. And set it there. So ideally, here you have your poached egg. Now, if you had a kitchen towel, you want to pat it dry to make sure all the liquid, the water is off. If you wanted to trim it, you can still trim it. Trim off the edges to make it more beautiful for an easy presentation, or you can ideally just leave it as is. Right now, like I said, the yolk is just firm. Just firm. One is firm, one is a little bit runny. Like I said, I prefer mine running. Choice is yours, it comes back to you. But here, with me, I have two different ways of working with eggs. The fried egg, which we always, of course, when I say always here in my country, we have different dialects. So in our dialect, this is far different from what we get when we say a fried egg. But when you ask for fried egg, this is what you're supposed to have. If you ask for poached egg, it's basically this in this version, without oil, just boiled. Yolk, sun side up, choice is yours. I'm going to open it up for you. So I'm just going to crack it open for you so you can have a feel of what I'm talking about. Now, our fried egg, if you can see, if I can just fan it open like this. Now, look at that. So you want when your guest or your client or whoever it is, when they crack the egg open, it is just set, not too firm, just set like that. But some would like it running. Choice is yours. This way, you're good to go and you can have it. You have all the nutrients that you're looking for. Now, I am also going to give you the other version, which is the poached egg. Now look at that. Now for me, this is a perfect poached egg. Not too firm and not too runny, just in the middle there. This is perfect. This I would love. And this is the standard. This is how you want it. However, if you're not comfortable with this, you can make it firm. Choice is yours. For now, I want to take a very short break, but in the break, I want to ask you, go to your Facebook, check out the chef, Henry, like the page, or even the Cooking School Uganda, like the page, share with your friends, invite your friends. You can even call your friends right now, send them a WhatsApp and tell them the chef is on NBS at this time. Tune in and enjoy everything that he's doing. For now, catch you after the break. Welcome back from the break. It is Chef here from the Cooking School Uganda, of course. And today we're doing basically eggs. We're trying to see how well we can work with our eggs without having the same style over and over again. So here I've cracked 3 eggs in my bowl. We've done, of course, the poached. We have also looked at the fried. Now we're going to do a scrambled. So for the scrambled, you need your eggs, some mayonnaise, oil or margarine, some salt. You can use milk, you can use cream, or you can use water. In this case, I want to use water. I'm gonna put like 4 tablespoons of water, a pinch of salt, and then just beat them. If you had a fork, I'm just using a whisk here, but if you have a fork, you can use a fork. Choice is yours. Okay, I'll place that there. I have my pan here with some oil. Now, when you're going to do a scrambled, you don't want too much heat. We don't want it to overcook it to be to just dismantle, but we want it just to set. Now, as it is starting to set, you take it off there. You know it is ready. Then you can incorporate the mayonnaise. You can incorporate the milk if you wanted. You can put the cream. It comes back to you. So our pan is just warm, not like hot. Put the egg, and then make sure, if you had just a spatula, a wooden spatula, it is also okay. But you make sure if the heat is too much, take your pan off, just like I did, and keep stirring and whisking to make sure the egg does not totally or completely set. I'll put it back for like a few seconds. Now, many people are not very comfortable, do not like to really have the scrambled egg because it's not very, very appealing to the eye to some people. And then to some, if it's runny, it looks like it's not cooked. Now, you see when it is starting to set at this level, you don't want to put it back on the fire because you want just the temperature of the pan to continue cooking it. If you want it slightly more set, yes, you can have it more set, but it's at this stage that you introduce if you have milk or if you have cream. Now for me, I'm going to put just a touch of mayonnaise. I'll put it back just gently to make sure everything is incorporated. And you keep stirring all through. You don't want it to set or to clog into one place. So at this stage, ideally, our scrambled is ready. Take my spoon. Now, some people would want to incorporate maybe chives, have a little color or a little green. Choice is yours. But for me, ideally here you have a beautiful, nicely done scrambled egg. It's not ready to be just cut through or dismantled. It's done in a particular way that it's just like that. You don't want it to be so dry. You want it to be moist and flavorful and colorful. Now, it's up to you if you wanted to add anything to it. But ideally here, you have a scramble. Simple as that. For breakfast, that's a good way to go. We did a scrambled, rather we did a fried egg and also a poached egg. Now here, I'm going to make us an omelette, just a plain omelette. So here, we're going to have just a plain omelette. Now, it is up to you. You can do a Spanish omelette. I'll show you how to do that another time. The incorporation, whatever else you want is, of course, depending on your preference. But for this, very simple, a touch of salt, just a pinch, touch of pepper, and we are good to go. So we'll beat this. Like I said, it's a simple plain omelette. It comes back to you. How do you want to do it? I will be showing you. But for now, I just want to keep it basic, easy and simple. So I'll have my pan here. Now I've just changed pans, but if you have any frying pan, can work for you. But when you go buying your pans, try to get non-stick pans. They'll ease the work for you. So I'll do just a tablespoon of oil, or probably 2. And again, you don't want your pan too hot. And then make sure the oil is running everywhere and the pan is well greased. And then I'll put this here. So we'll give it approximately 40 to 50 seconds on one side. We can fold it, we can flip it. It comes back to us and how you want it. Now, the reason I put very little temperature, very low temperature, is because I want to give it time to cook without burning, but also to let it set on the top. So you can see my egg can comfortably play on the pan, yes. So at this time, our egg is cooked comfortably. Now, if you wanted, you could flip it the other side. But for me, I just want to fold it. You see that? And then I'm going to just fold it like that. And then pick my plate here. And guess what? We have ourselves a beautiful, simple, plain omelette. Now, this is the difference. Many of us go to the restaurants, go to the hotels, and we ask for a fried egg, yet in actual essence, we mean the omelette. So, the fried egg will be like this. If you ask for fried egg, the real fried egg in a professional hotel, professional restaurant, they will give you something like this. In our local dialect, sometimes we say fried, yet we actually mean the omelette. So now you know how to make the omelette. So these are different ways of working with your eggs. You don't have to be bored with the same old style. You know, like all the time you have just the omelette and the boiled egg. Different ways you can adventure. The choice is yours. So as I sign out to leave you to enjoy the rest part of the weekend, I want to appreciate the Cooking School Uganda for making sure these techniques and styles come your way. Just to remind you that you don't have to be a professional for you to be professional. Of course, NBS Orays, my crew out there, and everybody that has been a part of the show, want to appreciate you so very much. Feel free to check out the Facebook page, The Chef, or on YouTube, The Chef, or even the Cooking School Facebook page. You'll get all these details. But for now, from me, Henry, your chef, my entire crew, and NBS want to say have a good afternoon and catch you again. Same station, same time. same show.